All right. Hello, everybody. How we doing tonight? Yeah, sorry, I was working on some skeletons just the other night. So, hey, Sojan, quick check, make sure the sound's working good. Hey, Michelle. Good to see you. All right, awesome. So, we are going to finish this Wizard. And, yeah, I think I'm just going to do a diluted wash of Cassandra Yellow over the tunic just to add a little bit of depth. And then add these little metal rings because I see them on the model itself. And then, the gold buckle. Then that might be, and then a little bit of detail on the base. That might be him. That might be him for it. Yes. And then we'll start working on the elf. Let's see if I can pick up the cards. There we go. So, foist. And work on Dinah Beltenbuckle. Hope everybody's had a decent enough night. Yeah, and tonight should just have the raid from Carol, since Dawn is kind of out of commission tonight. Apparently she is on some new meds or something, and it's just kind of jacking with her just enough to where it's not a good day. So, if she is watching, Dawn, I wish you the speediest of recoveries. Hello, Dr. Refutable. Speaking of meds, mine have me half asleep, so mostly lurking. Hey, alright. Good sushi is good. Hello, Dr. Refutable. And hey, Michelle, I'm just happy you're here, even if you're just gonna lurk. It's always good having friends here to just kind of hang out. Hey, delay capture. So which place did you go to tonight, Sojan? The Moixer. Okay. Don't think I've been to that one lately. Yep. Yeah, Michelle, I don't know if you were here for it. I'm not going to throw this around. Yeah, Ty did a typo, so now my mixer is now called the Moixer. Okay, good. Good. Okay, and I think I need to get just a little bit of purple there. Oh, okay. Hey, Muse, thank you for the raid. Okay, yeah, I've been there for the ramen. I haven't tried their sushi there yet. Hey, Fusion Nerd Gamer, how are ya? Okay, and while some of that's drying, let's get my Dawnstone. Kind of paint up the base just a little bit, or at least dry brush it. Yes, well coy indeed. Well coy.
Hello there.
General Kenobi. There, see? Or maybe I should just straight face, hey Ty. But yeah, as you can see, I'm just finishing up this guy. Yeah, I was going to do a very diluted Cassandra yellow over the tunic and probably the belt. Just to add a little bit of depth. And then I think he might be pretty much done. Yeah, we have some decent places here in Omaha for sushi. Or at least decent enough for Omaha. You know. It's not like we're a bastion of seafood. Yeah, for land-based. I mean, we do have a good fish, I'll call it import company here in town, where a lot of stuff gets flown in. Like, it was either caught that day or the previous night. And it's flown in. So I'd say that's still pretty solid. Are you talking, Plank? Thought that was absolutely fresh seafood that did that. Like, because not only are they a restaurant, but they're actually like they actually like bring in stuff. Anyways. Alright, so we're going to try a very diluted Cassandra yellow over all of this. And let's see. I know I have Lamy medium up there, but did I have some down here? I thought I did. There it is. Can't say get the real stuff either. When I'm in the mood, I can go to the local store that makes sushi. Using the imitation crab meat, but it does taste good. Oh yeah, I mean, imitation crab meat is, well, it's awesome for what it is. Tastes about as close to crab as you can get without the price. Hey, HeroQuest fans. Yep, here's the mage so far. I'm going to do a diluted yellow wash over the entire robes. And then I'm going to pretty much call him done, I think. So I'm trying to think. Did I get the pupils in the eyes on the barbarian? I did not. Yeah. Yep. Oh, yeah, I might even thin that down a little bit more too, because I kind of like how the yellow looks, but I want it to have just a little bit of depth. Okay, so the effect on the base is, where is it? It's astrogranite debris that I just kind of spread and kind of made it into like a little bit of a cobblestone pattern. And then I hit it with a wash of just like Nolan oil or something like that. And then I did a dry brush, just missed it, did a dry brush of Dawnstone. And then I left grooves in it when I made it. And then I painted those grooves black to look like lines in the cobblestone. Notice I'm using a different brush to get more Lamian medium to help dilute this. Okay, well, how do we keep paint mixes from drying out? Well, using this wet palette kind of helps. And otherwise, I just try to use the same colors. Oh yeah, this. Oh, this just tied it all together perfectly. You know it's good when I stop mid-sentence. Yeah, just, oh, I don't mean wall painting, looking for tips and sorts. Okay, so, with your Citadel pots... Well, okay, so like these Citadel pots. Let me find one that's kind of a culprit right now. Alright, so you got to make sure that they're sealed tight. But you'll notice in here there's like some gunk there. Well, a bit too much, it'll ruin the seal. So, like what I do is I even have like a modeling tool here. Oh yeah, dropper bottles are good too. But yeah, I have a sculpting tool here. And I just pry out this dried up paint. And then that helps the seal stay tight. I've seen an easier way to do this, but this is the way I've always kind of done it, so I'll just kind of stay doing it this way. But see, now that seal's clean. You want to make sure that like your Citadel pots are tight like that. If it's, when you go to seal it, if it's looking like that, you don't have a good seal. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of people that say they want to do that, but with the amount of Citadel paints I have, I don't have the time to move them all over into dropper bottles. So I just kind of accept it for the way it is. If you want to move it over to a dropper bottle, that's fine. But yes, mostly dropper bottles are fine. Or I'm on the fence with these pro acrylic ones where they screw off on the top. But see, then like you get something like that where you get like a big glob of paint that just comes out of the top. So if I had a preferred one, it would be like these Reaper bottles and Vallejo, like pretty much every other paint manufacturer does. Or it's one like this, and then you just screw the top on. And you just need a good pokey stick, like from Reaper, to clear them out every now and then. I think the bottles of crap paints come in, but that'll be a lot of work. Yeah. So, aside from painting the... Yeah, that... Here, let's see. See if that... Does that show up even better? Because, yeah, the wash that I put on this really just kind of tied it all together. It's actually more like a glaze. But, I'm happy with the way it looks. So, aside from painting the rim of the base, which I think I am just doing... I'm just doing the fist in red. Yeah, well, I copied the box art, so... But yes, he's very much ready for his guest spot on the Dungeons & Dragons cartoon as a friend of Dungeon Master. There, how's that for a flashback? And actually for the rim, as you can see, I painted a lot of rims on this without the holder. It was Barbarian, Monk, Ranger, Cavalier, and Acrobat. Venger, who was voiced by Optimus Prime. Yeah, Cringer is, Battle Cat's non-Battle Cat form. Okay, so, on to the elf. Okay, so, what would you guys like me to start on? Would you want me to start on her cape? Would you want me to start on her face and hair? The armor? Or at least I'm like 9/10 positive that it was the guy who was Optimus Prime, was the voice of Venger. Alright, well, we got to vote for armor, so... Okay, so for the underneath part, it's a very dark armor. And... it's a really dark chainmail. I don't know if I want to use... 6-shooter. So I might just use this. It's like a darker metal. Do dark metal for the chainmail underneath, but the top armor, I might just either use the silver that I got out already for the Pro Acryl, or I have a Stormhole silver and Mithril silver that I could use. Cool. Oh. Dad jokes on my stream? No, okay, that's fine. Well played. I like to think I'm funnier than Uncle Zargon on Twitter. Well, we'll see if he watches this and calls you out, then. Since I tag that Twitter account every time I paint HeroQuest. Okay. Well, let's see how all of this looks then with... What is this HeroQuest? I prefer Dread Quest. Sure, blame it on the grandkids. Thought it was. Then again, that's like one of my weird talents or whatever, is I can pick out voice actors. Even when they're trying to disguise their voices, I can most of the time figure out who's who. Well, and of course, Peter Cullen was the voice of the best, and in my opinion, the only Prime ever. Yes, he was the Prime. Comics have like 13 of them back in the day. Well, he was the one we grew up with. No. I will block you if you type out who the fuck you're gonna say. Fusion Nerd Gamer. To quote Saruman, Rodimus Prime was the lesser son of greater sires. And I will fight you on that, and you know that. How many times did they have to bring back Optimus Prime to fix the shit Rodimus got them into? And how many times did Optimus Prime have to bring back his predecessors to save his ass? Yeah, but how many times did he have to open the Matrix? And I'll say this too. Who has more cool toys made of them? Which, Dr. Irrefutable, would you care to answer that? Since you're collecting Transformer toys? Which Prime do they make the special anniversary editions of? Whenever they make a Leader. Hot Rod is fine. Rodimus Prime is dog shit. Yeah, so thanks everyone else for swinging by for my hot takes on which Prime was the better Prime. Which it's not a hot take, it's just fact. Can't argue with that. It's science. Okay, the Michael Bay movies were fun for what they were. You got to see giant robots fighting giant robots. I didn't really care about the storyline much, but it was still fun with some of the stuff they did. Some of the other things, yeah, I could have gone without it. I still have yet to see Bumblebee. Not for lack of wanting to see it, I just haven't gotten around to seeing it. Victim of his own success. Would have rather seen Bay's King Arthur movie. Clearly wanted to make instead of the other. Yeah, especially when the last ones, when he had like a sword and was riding Grimlock. I mean, yeah, that was badass, but in some regards, yes. Okay, and I know this silver will really stand out once I get a lot of the other colors on there. Toy makers seem to have a better handle on how to keep franchises alive and revive them. When you buy them for your kids because it's just good, it's not better than what you had. Though the male elf was in the collector's box, which I have that as well. And I have, it has a female version of the barbarian, dwarf, and wizard. And then it has even like a Zargon version of the wizard. Remake Mage of the Mirror, it needs a guy elf because they made the gal in the default. You know what? Why not make both like they did for this HeroQuest thing? To where you can either have a male or female version of the character. Okay, so I think I'm going to go ahead and work on the Cape of Feathers here. And I think I'm going to go with this Frosty Blue as a base. If the majority of the fans won't get the bonus here, so there's a need to saying you should have a new design rather than just a bigger chest, arms, legs, stubble. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah, I'll agree. Like, they should have had just all the options in the core set, but they wanted to make it collectible. Yeah, it should be. I'll agree with you there, 100%. Oh, thank you, Michelle. yeah, I'd say games like HeroQuest where they have multiple heroes. It would be nice if they would release both male and female versions of the characters. Just because it doesn't really matter what gender they are when you're what gender your party is when you're doing a dungeon crawl, as long as they can bash monsters just as good or help out however they can, doesn't really matter. It don't matter. Ain't none of this matters. No furry booba. But there are plenty of she-gobos in the core set, I've noticed. And she-orcses. Make Rosenton the guy on the GM screen should be Mentor. North American edition, it was unclear. Looked like the bad guy commanding the enemy troops. Okay, so yeah, I always thought he was Zargon, but yeah, I mean, it would make sense if he was Mentor. Here's where I wish that like this wasn't all together so I could get to some of the parts of the cape. But I guess if I don't get it all, it's okay. Oh hey, that's a belt right there. This is feathers, or feather cape. Just debate over whether he's Grim Dead or Grin Dead. So many little feathers. I'll try for a blue, but with looking at how small they are on the mini, I'll just see what I can do. I'll just be happy if you can tell that the eyes are there. Well, you know, I could just go with Cool Ranch on the eyes. God, yeah. She's just an elf Gola. Problem with painting a smaller miniature on stream. I mean, I hope you guys can see the details enough on this, but yeah, this is the downside of painting smaller models on a stream. Well, I guess I could move the camera just a little bit closer. If you guys would want that, just let me know in chat. Actually, let's see, like this little bit almost looks kind of dark, but I might actually just go with like a might go with this royal purple on there, because like that little bit there too is kind of a purplish color. And then I might have some fun with a color shift paint on the design. Yeah, I might just do this wavelength. Yeah. Actually, let's use the moixer. Yeah, moist it real good. Ooh, moist it. Moist it real good. Now, let's make sure these feathers are all dry, because then I'm going to do a Drakenhof Nightshade wash over all of this, and then dry brush it again with the Frosty Blue once it's dry. There we go. It looks pretty good. Definitely a dry brush later will really pick out a lot of the details, but okay, and actually, while that's drying, HeroQuest fans, if you're still here, I'll show you how I do the base. That is, if he's still here. Yeah, no, I got it. Okay, well. So, yeah, you can see this is kind of like a paste on here. Then I just have like, got this from Games Workshop. It's just like some little, like, putty crafting tool. Okay, so kind of layered this on a little thick. Yeah, some of this has dried considerably, which I might almost need to open up my new bottle of it. Yeah, I might do that. Yeah, this is dried quite a bit, and it's not really working that well. Let's see. So I know I got a new bottle of it not that long ago. There it is. Astro Granite. Alright, this is a lot better. It's a little bit more liquidy. I can actually work with it. And it'll actually dry about the way I want it to. So I'm just going to spread it on as a thin layer here. Just to kind of give it that rocky feeling to it. Yes, right now it looks just a lot like paste. But trust me, when this dries, it's going to look nice. So, then to give it the feeling of the lines, so what I'll just do is just drag a line through there like that. Just to give it the tiled effect. Let's just drag another one that way. And that should do it for that. And then just need to let this... Alright, sorry, just getting a little bit around the boots just so it still has that cobblestone feel to it. And yeah, just need to let that pretty much, I mean, if I'd have started at the beginning of if I'd have done that at the beginning of the stream, this probably would be almost dry now. Or it depends on the basing material. But sometimes it's one of those things that I like to do last and then just walk away from it and let it dry overnight. So that way I don't jack with it at all and mess it up. And every now and then I have to just kind of peel off this stuff off of this, just so it doesn't just become a amalgamous blob on the end, and I actually have a point to work with. So here's what we've gotten so far on her. As I see, we're getting close to our hour. It's looking good. And here's the wizard. Yeah. I think he is pretty much done. Or at least I'm happy with how he turned out. So, yeah. At least I know where I'll pick up next week on this. So, yeah. Thank you for the raid, Muse. I appreciate it as always. I mean, yeah, again, wouldn't be the mini double feature night if it wasn't for you raiding me. So, but yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out. It's always good having people here to chat with and kind of bounce ideas off of, and also, you know, telling people that Rodimus Prime is the least Prime ever. So that always makes my night. So, but yeah, otherwise, thank you very much. And yeah, not going to raid anybody tonight. I just kind of feel like ending the stream and kind of watching Moon Knight after this. So, but more one-man raids. Nah, I mean, I'd love to. What, you doing some VR on yours? Could raid the Strange Bus, friend of mine channel. Alright. Is he streaming right now? Okay. Well, we'll just do a quick raid there, give him some follows. It's always free. And then, yeah, then we'll call it a night. So. Alright. Well, thank you for swinging by, everybody. And just remember to keep painting.